no doubt about it.
QSK.
I hear you, QSK. Hold on. You faded out on me that time, Mark. I'm not even sure you're unkeyed. You faded out on me, but I got another QSK here. Go ahead, QSK.
Well, good morning to you. UDX 483, South Carolina. I heard you in there. Wanted to wave a hand there, QSL.
UDX 483. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, man. Sounded good down in Texas. You got 707 Jim here.
Roger, Jim. I think we've spoken before. From time to time, when I hear y'all here, I try to give you a shout. I think I may have talked to you up there on 495 with the rest of the group as well. But anyway, you're sounding real good in South Carolina. I got you about 5'8", 5'9", good clear audio, obviously, and wanted to wave a hand and turn on my camera before I did it in case you wanted to hear what you sounded like. I'll put you out there on my YouTube channel so you can hear it, QSL.
QSL, what's your channel name?
It's the same as my call, UDX-483, and yes, on that last over, a good solid 5'9" there, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, not bad for about $5 worth of wire.
Well, that's a good $5 investment for sure.
Well, the frame for it was a little more expensive than that, but the wire, that's all it was. So it's about 25 feet in the air.
Well, it's doing a mighty fine job. I'm on as far as cost, pretty much probably about in the same area as you, but it's two damaged antennas put together, somewhat of a home brew. It's the base of a Mako V5000 that was shaped like a banana, and the mast of a old high gain CLR2 that had a bad coil in the bottom. So I put the two together. I used the top hat from the high gain, which I had to redo because it had disintegrated, but I figured I'd go with 4 radials rather than the 3 to match the 4 radials of the Mako. So in turn, I made them a little bit longer. So I don't have a full 19 foot 10 inches. I've only got about 18 foot 5 inches of total height, but it works well, so I'm not going to mess with it, QSL.
You got me smile from ear to ear down here. You got to do what you got to do, and it's working great. I got to compliment you on your audio, and I'm curious about your microphone.
Well, you know, funny you say that. I had a guy that I talked to fairly regular when I'm getting the Northern Skip in the other day, and he told me, you know, all these people using these cheap Chinese radios, these Anytones and so forth, they're just terrible radios. And I said, you know, Daryl, you're right. You know, I use one of those cheap Chinese radios, one of those Anytones, and I said I've never had any problems with mine. But I am using a Delta M2 microphone as well, so that helps. But a guy 1017 out of California, when I first got it and put the mic on, he says, I don't think it sounds quite right. Do you have the factory mic? And I pulled it out, plugged it up, gave him an audio test, and I plugged this back up, and we adjusted the modulation and the tone to where it was basically the same levels as the stock mic, but of course a little bit better fidelity from the Delta, and that's where I run it.
Perfectly, man. It's got good, sharp, clear audio. I've looked at those microphones. They're a little beyond my budget. Yeah, all my radios are Anytones, by the way, but I'm happy with them.
You know, I know that you and I have talked before because we have both had this Anytone conversation. But yeah, you know, I told Daryl, I said, you know, I've never gotten a bad report. I know it's spot on. I know I don't bleed because I've seen it on SDRs. And if you find somebody that's got an anytone and is bleeding, it's because it's been manipulated. There's no doubt. It's been manipulated. And some of them, like mine, the Quad 5 Plus, it's not an easy task to manipulate, but it can be done through the service menu. I've never messed with mine because it seemed to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but really the only thing I want to do is drop my dead key down, and I primarily talk sideband, so I don't really need to do it for the sideband,
Yeah, I hear you. Same on this, and I almost never talk AM these days. Sometimes FM, but almost never AM anymore.
Yeah, exactly the same for me. I like catching an FM. I called a guy out of Germany on 355 last weekend, and I don't think he realized he was on FM. We started talking, and I mentioned the fact, I said, I don't get a lot of FM contacts. I was really glad to get this one, and, the U.S. does not, for the most part, recognize FM unless you're, a ham, but, as far as 11 meter, they don't really recognize it much. And when I unkeyed, he was gone.
Yeah, that's true. But are you aware of the club, the guy? What's his numbers? I can't remember him now. He started 26805, which is, if you're going to catch somebody, it'll be down there.
Yeah, Roger, I've talked to this guy out in, Iowa, I think it is. I think he was one of the founding members. It's Iowa I'm pretty sure it was Iowa, Idaho maybe. Anyway, yeah, I used to talk with him a good bit, but, every time I go down to 805, I don't really find anything. But, that was back when I had my beam up as well. So, obviously with FM, it's a whole lot easier to talk with a beam, provided you know where they are.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, kick back your personal 483 real quick. I've forgotten it.
Roger, Jim, Steve, Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo, and just for the record, I'm 30 miles west of the east coast of South Carolina, just outside of Charleston, QSL.
Gotcha, Steve. I know who I'm talking to. You just couldn't remember your personal, man. I heard somebody else in there, so I'm going to let them go. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, man. It was great talking to you. Great hearing from you.
Roger, Jim. Definitely good to hear you again. If you don't, you told me your call, 707?
That's correct. That's correct.
Roger, Jim. Well, pleasure was all mine. Definitely good to talk to you again. I'm going to turn the second heater back on and turn the little heater off, which is talking to you on it. But yeah, I'm going to turn the other heater back on, try to get it warm in here. I'm going to run back in the house. I'll upload this so you can take a look at it. And definitely enjoyed it. We'll say 73s, 51s. Ciao, ciao. Enjoy the DX, my friend.